Hey there, guys. Welcome to Chewing with Greg. I'm your host. Think about it, Greg. In this series, we'll be talking about stuff like, obviously, my favorite, chewing tobacco. My other favorite, fishing, martial arts, random stuff in general that I pick up off God knows where. Anyway, that's the stuff we'll be talking about. If you don't like the stuff we'll talk about, click the red X. Take it easy, guys. Welcome to another episode of Chewing with Greg. I'm your host, Greg. Today we'll be talking about Grizzly Mint for now. And, you know, if you hear the farting noise in the background, that's my friend.
Hi.
We're just kind of screwing around today.
I'm playing Mario Kart.
Like I said, we're screwing around today. I don't really care what we're doing. Basic I'm gonna try to hit up is like bonfires, fire in general, chewing tobacco. I think that's it.
We'll see where it goes.
We'll see where it goes from there, exactly. You're gonna hit the wall.
Quiet!
Anyway, right now I'm gonna talk about Grizzly and how of a lot of people like Grizzly. I like Grizzly as a backup chew. I also like Stoker's as a backup chew. It's a great chewing tobacco. The wintergreen or mint Grizzly, wintergreen or mint Grizzly long cut. It's decent, but it doesn't have enough mint to it. Like, if you've had the pre-cut skull, like the pre-cut skull and like the cubes or whatever, I gotta try to find some. It has some kick to it. It kind of burns. Grizzly, Stoker's, it's more of a sweeter tasting chewing tobacco than anything else. It's just not really my thing. It's still a good thing. It's a good thing for me as a backup. Get my nicotine in, get my fix. I can go fishing with it still and do all the other crap I usually do with it. So, but anyway, I'm thinking it's going to be about time to switch off to fishing and bonfires. Like I said, we're getting into bonfires. You know, where I live, we've got this nice state game area. It's got all this nice water and real close to the wood. You know, it's in the woods and all that. You can do whatever you want. And before I forget, a little bit off topic, but gotta throw in the chew.
Can't be chewing with Greg without the chew.
Yeah, you know what, you're right. I completely spaced. I started talking about chew and Grizzly, and I just forgot to put my dip in. That is not like me at all. This is like my second or third dip of the day. God damn, this is fucking loose as shit. Didn't pack it tight enough. There we go. Much tighter. So yeah, it's all... I don't like taking the big one right now because I don't have a job. So this little pinch is enough to get me around, and it saves the chew. Otherwise, I'd be doing big chews. Buddy Chris just got in 4th place on Mario Kart. Oh my God, you're Mario. You're
What?
Mario.
Yeah, it was Mario. Say it right.
Yeah, I know.
Go back to school and take English.
Dude, I'm in college.
You're not even in college.
Like I said, I'm in college.
No, you're
I just
not.
happen to drop out. Hence the word.
Which means he's not in college. He is a dropout. He's a failure. He is a nobody.
Wow. Damn, dude. That was just damn. That was ice. Like, fuck. Yeah, I did drop out of school. For some people, that's the thing to do. For me, it's not really the thing to do, I mean, for me, I'd be happy as a commercial fisherman, just chewing and fishing all day long, getting paid per fish or per weight or whatever, however they do it. I think they do it by poundage overall, and they give everybody a fair share. But anyway, back to the topic I was on. Bonfires. Like I said, we got great places to do it. You can do it pretty much anywhere where there's woods. Don't do it in your town. So if you live in Boston or Detroit, especially Detroit, don't sit there and say, hey, this guy told me to make a fire. I'm going to make a fire in the middle of the ghetto. No, don't do it. Don't do it in your backyard if you live in a town. Number one, it's probably against the state or city ordinance. And the other, it's just not a good thing to do in close quarters. And this is, but if you're in the country or something, definitely I suggest make a fire. It's fun. It's something to do. When I'm sucker fishing right now, it's March 22nd, right?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Well, I'm going to say March 22nd for hell's sake, but it's March 22nd.
Yeah, it is, because your first episode premiered yesterday, and that was the 21st.
Yeah, it is 22nd, okay. But yeah, it is really cold out right now. So if I go sucker fishing,
it's about 30 degrees.
It's about 30 degrees. Thank you.
Before you go on, we might say yesterday and the 22nd right now, but even though this episode isn't going up till like tomorrow or Sunday, don't get on our goats for that. We're sorry. A lot of people on YouTube get on the goats for the date being wrong for that.
I don't get that. Never have.
Neither way.
It's a date, people. Get over it.
That's the one we're recording.
Yeah, this is the date I'm recording. But anyway, what I do is I go sucker fishing. We're right next to the bank. We set up a bonfire, and a bunch of people there do it. So it's not like we're the only ones. Technically, you're not supposed to do it, but as long as we sit there till the end and watch the thing fizzle out, and we put the dirt over it and dump some water on it. We're in moist ground, so most likely it won't burn. And there's snow on the ground, so I mean, if it burns, you really got some issues. But yeah, I prefer making my bonfires in a big teepee. Congratulations, 2 points. Yeah, I know that was a jerk move, but sorry.
Big teepee.
Yeah. Huh?
Big teepee. That's word.
Yeah, big teepee. Yeah. That's my preferred method of starting a fire. Just ready to make it into a teepee. Leave a hole in there to put your kindling, your brush in there, and enough to get the flint in there, and that type of thing. I mean, if I want to cheat, I'll use a lighter, but I'm more of the guy who wants to do everything naturally and old school. Call me old-fashioned, call me whatever. God, I'm 22 years old, give me a break. I like doing things the hard way. Until someone shows me the easiest damn way to do it, I'll do it the way I know how to do it. But, firemen, haven't been making fires every day since I was 5. I'm not going to tell you a story on how I was 5. I burned down City Hall. I'm not going to tell you that, alright? But other ways of making the bonfires are making a log cabin and putting your kindling in the middle. And can you pick me my spitter for a second?
His spitter.
Where is it?
Until I get a new one. Don't worry, I already have it. Until I get a new one, I'm gonna have different bottles. With a mud jug, you can pretty much knock it over and it probably won't spill. Which is what I want to get. I want to get a mud jug. That is the thing I'm going to get. But it's a good thing to have. Fires, they're a great, honest thing to have when I'm fishing. You can, sucker fish in Michigan. There is no limit. It's an unlimited. There is no limit on the fish, so it's not like a bass where you have to catch. Where if you catch 5 bass and you keep them, you're done for the day. It's not like that. The fish are sucker fish. It's a bottom feeder. A lot of people here say that it's a. Now, I don't think this of the fish. I haven't tried it yet, so I have no opinions on how they taste, but a lot of people say it's a colored fish. I'm not going to get into details because I don't personally like the people that call it a colored person's fish. Just, it's not right to say that it's a color. Because I know friends that aren't of a ethnicity that are just white like I am. They eat the fish and they love them. Alright? I just want to make that clear. I'm not a racist. I, in no intentions, mean to be a racist. And if I come off as that to you, I'm sorry. I don't want you to X me because I'm racist. Because I'm not. But it's a good fish. You can stay out there all day, catch it. It's a fish that you don't really have to, it's not like a salmon where you have to fish there for hours on end, casting and spinning and using still lines just to catch 5 or 6 fish. And that's the way it is for me in Michigan. I live in a portion of the area where you gotta know where to go and how to fish them. I'm relatively new when it comes to fishing salmon and walleye and all that. When it comes to jigging, still haven't caught a fish. Jigging. I think I did catch a goby. But here in Michigan, the goby is not a native fish. Neither is the salmon. The salmon got introduced in, I think it was the 70s. The DNR introduced them to Michigan because of an alewife. Because of a alewife issue. They had so many alewife in the place in Michigan in the lakes that they were having the carcasses of the alewife come up on the beaches and just smelling the shores up. It's just disgusting. So they introduced the salmon to get rid of to lower the alewife population. Yes, I do know some history, but only the history I want to know. Okay. Call me weird, but I probably do know more about the Titanic than probably anybody in this room. Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Really?
Probably.
I don't think so.
You want to bet me?
No.
Alright then. So don't make me get into that one right here. I'm trying to stay on topic of the fires and the chilling, but obviously, as you can tell, it hasn't really gone far. So,
especially with our special guest.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with our special guest. I like my special guest. Problem?
No, that's why I'm calling him a special guest.
That's what I thought.
I didn't know I was considered a guest on the show.
Yeah.
I thought I was just here for nothing.
No. Dude, you've been fishing with me before.
Yeah, even though it's kind of boring to me. I mean, I don't fish, so yeah, whatever. I don't like it.
It's chocolate and vanilla. You know, some people don't like fishing, some people do.
Some people don't.
Yeah, some people don't like it. I'm actually still amazed that our cameraman, Chris right here, Chris, turn on your camera.
The other Chris.
Yeah, I forgot to mention they're both named Chris. So if you hear me say Chris, it's not. I'm not talking to one. I'm probably trying to talk to one, and the other one just doesn't like to respond when I just say Chris. So I'm probably gonna try to use like B or D. So.
And that would be D over there. I would be B.
Yeah. But anyway, you know, suckerfish, they're so easy to catch. Get a worm, get an eagle claw, snell hook rig, crappy rigs, you know, doesn't really take much. Only a little hook about yay big. It's, you know, all it's got is this little sucker mouth about the size of probably a quarter. Probably fit a quarter inside the mouth. Granted, I'm not going to do it because it would hurt the fish. But some of the fish I've seen, sucker-wise, I mean, they're close to being state record. On the other note of fish that are invasive, Asian carp DNA has been confirmed in Lake Erie. For all of you who don't know the issue with the Great Lakes, I'm not sure if it went to a nationwide thing or anything, but up here in the Midwest, we had, I believe it started. Did it start in Illinois?
What?
The Asian carp.
Oh, it started over in Lake Erie.
Lake Erie is when it started?
Yeah, because it came through the Atlantic. No, that'd be.
No, it came through the. I don't know, but anyway.
It came from Buffalo area.
Yeah, they came from something, and government has like these electric fences up at the entrances to the lakes and all that stuff, and apparently they have Asian carp DNA in Lake Erie now. And from what I heard through the grapevine when I was out sucker fishing the other day, they have confirmed there is Asian carp in Lake Erie. And for those of you who don't know how bad Asian carp are, they will just destroy everything. They're a very aggressive fish. I'm personally concerned about it because they're going to eat up all the, you know, I don't know what they eat or anything, so if you guys know anything about Asian carp, how to catch them, anything like that, please message me. I want to know how to catch them, and I'm going to try to show you guys how to catch them in the Great Lakes. I'm not going to guarantee anything. I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to show you a video of me catching an Asian carp.
But they are pretty big, though.
But they are a big issue here, and I know they have pictures in certain areas where they're jumping out of the water and flying into boats, and they're going to become a real big problem. But I'm really concerned about it because of the sturgeon. Sturgeon's a bottom feeder. I don't know if Asian carp are a bottom feeder. If you guys know, please tell me. But it's a bad fucking fish. Bad fish. The fish is just, you know, it's like you catch a sturgeon that's 70 inches big, and then you think about this Asian carp that's going to come in and, you know, possibly destroy it, you know. I mean, I'm concerned too because the bass. We got bass up here that, you know, a lot of people down south, they can say, oh yeah, we got these 5-6 pound fish, and, you know, we just got absolute tanks, 10 pounders and all that, you know. Well, I got news for you. the bass that the smallmouth that I've caught in Lake Huron is they're big. No one up here keeps bass, so the bass that we have in our ponds, some people do keep, but not a lot of people go out into the lakes and catch the bass to keep them. You know, a lot of people go out there, they catch them, have a little bit of fun with the thing, and you know, just throw them back, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Last year, our state record is 9 pounds 5 ounces. We had a guy that I know. He caught a 8 pounds 5 ounces as a smallmouth. You know, I'm thinking this year someone's going to beat the state record, and I'm hoping it's me. Please let me catch the state record. You know, because I want to be able to sit there and tell my grandkids, or if I ever have kids, I caught this fish and it was mine, and yada yada yada. And I'm on the state record. I'm on the books for it, you know.
Good luck with that.
Oh, thank you. I will try my hardest. But anyway, that's pretty much it for today. The only other thing I have to say is, if you guys are having issues with fishing because you say you're too bruised up and you're sore and all that, the only other thing I could say is get tighter to bone. It's like Bengay on steroids. I swear to God, it burns like hell, but it works. Call me crazy. Alright. Well, anyway, guys. Thanks for watching this episode, and catch me on my next one. That is it for this episode of Chewing with Greg. I would love to hear questions, comments, stuff we should do. We're hoping we can do something like out of this world crazy, but nothing lethally crazy. But anyway, take it easy, guys.